question of the origins of crop circles has never yet been nailed. Many think, there's an intelligence behind them. They think they're made by aliens or extra-dimensionals. I mean, it's a big universe. There must be other life out there, that they're trying to very gently make people aware of them in a way that doesn't create fear. It has been argued the slow acclimatization process.
Aaron, we've received plenty of input from people speculating about what, if anything, this crop circle means. But we've had a couple of Braille experts weigh in, and they seem to have the most tenable explanation. One of them is Deborah Falanga, and she's from New Jersey. She saw the pictures on our website and is certified by the Library of Congress as a Braille transcriber. She tells us that if you look at this correctly, it is textbook perfect Braille. And here's why. You have to look at it this way. This is the top, and down here at the bottom is Chular Canyon Road. Now, the Braille is in 3 rows inside of this innermost circle. So we start with the first row. This backwards L is a number indicator, meaning that everything to follow is a number. So then we have the first number, which is the Braille number 1, the number 9, the number 2. Your number indicator again.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, it is true. The NVIDIA marketing team is behind this phenomenon. What you're looking at here is 310 feet in diameter. It is what people call a crop circle. I saw it on CNN, and this one's fantastic. The one on the right is really fantastic. I really love this. She's a reporter, and she decoded it. And the code that she broke, it's 192. 192 repeated, 192 repeated. Well, of course, it's 192 because the marketing team was very clever, haha. Tegra K1, 192 cores.
So we're out here in Chular, California, and the reason we're here is because we wanted to do something monumental to mark the moment in time where the Tegra K1 has arrived. The Tegra K1 brings a lot more horsepower and a lot more power savings to mobile processors, but at the same time, the GPU, which is the Kepler GPU, is the same one that's all the way up our line into the supercomputer range, and that brings with it DirectX 11. It made us come up with the tagline, impossibly advanced. And when you think impossibly advanced, there's all kinds of creative directions your mind could go, one of which obviously is to think about this isn't earthly technology. And what says otherworldly and iconic other than a crop circle?
Crop circles have always had an attachment to UFO mythology.
This project for us was kind of interesting because the lead time usually is a month or 2 months just to get everything in place, to find the field, to do the diagrams. And the lead time on this was, 2 weeks or something? Kind of in the lead up to Christmas as well, which is just like slightly insane.
So the design of the crop circle is inspired by the Tegra K1 itself. It has 4 CPU cores and a 5th power saving core. It also has 192 GPUs. These are the Kepler GPUs. We've created a stylized version of that, which the circle makers have imprinted into the ground. In the center of it, what we would call the field of GPUs, they actually spell out 192 in Braille. And then as you go further out, you'll see circles in an orbit, a round orbit around the chip itself.
This design is very different from the kind of work that we do with our art practice because real crop circles have a lot of kind of repeated geometry, so you can actually do something that looks very kind of visually complex, but in terms of surveying, it's actually very quick and easy. This design doesn't fit into that category. It's actually quite complex and challenging to create.
My name is Stan Hurd. I'm a Lawrence, Kansas artist, and I'm an earthworks artist to create images using Earth's palette and tractors. We're in Lawrence, Kansas, and we're creating an image of SpongeBob SquarePants in 1 acre of brome. On an image like this, the real key is to lay the image out first. There's 3 or 4 days of work that goes into it to lay the image out, to find the design by subtle markings that can't be seen from the air. And then we pop out in 2 or 3 days and knock it all down. Nickelodeon has defined how that image looks, the colors. They're very particular about that. So when you get into a field of brome grass and you have all of this material that you get from the local store, then you have a whole different palette. And the idea that you know when to make something bold and when to make it step back, that was the most gratifying piece of this.